Hello, welcome to today's tutorials. Today we're going to talk about the parametric fins with Wavy pattern on it. Alright, let's start. So the first step, we're going to build in a rectangle. So X size, we give it 6 meter. The Y size, we give it say 20 meter. Let's go a rectangle, and then we can use this rectangle to build a box as our basic shape of building. And then we're going to use explode curve. Then we're going to use list item to pick up this curve, this line here, index. Let's choose 1. Yeah, that's the curve. That's the line we want. That's the edge we want. And then we're going to use that line to create our fins. So we're going to divide curve into say 100 fins. It's actually 101 fins, including start and end. Then we're going to move it up. Type in move all these points up. Say we want a 6 meter building. So type in 6 meter. Direction will be unit Z. Connect that. So that's the top of the fin. That's the bottom fin. We're going to have a bit of fancy bottom. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this move here. Over here, and we're going to use a graph. It's called graph mapper. We create a range of numbers. The domain will be 0 to 1. Then step will be, because we have 100, so it will be 100. So range, we can get 101 numbers. Then right click, we're going to choose Bezier. Going to change the parameter a little bit, something like that. We do. You can see the input is 0 to 1, the output is 0 to 1. The input is the range we create is actually a lot of numbers from 0 to 1. So we connect the range to the input, and to the output we're going to use multiple by the 6 meter. It's in that way, and then we connect another unit Z. Connect here, connect back to the move. So now we have a sort of fancy bottom point. You can see it's a bit too high, so we can adjust the graph map a bit to make it not that dramatic. Something like this would be fine. So in reality, that will be our level 1, where there's no fins. And then we're going to build lines, start points, end points. So these will be our basic location of all the fins. The next step, we're going to divide it again. So we divide curve, connect all the lines here. This time we give it, for example, say 100. Let's just test it out. It might be too much, change it into 50. Might be too many points. So in the next step, we're going to use our right view here. We're going to draw a curve, two curves, to control the shape of our fins. This one might be not that dramatic, so we can always adjust it to shape that we want. Higher. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Might be something like this. This one goes up a bit. goes down a bit. So we're going to use this two curve to create a wave on fins. Then we're going to move it back to our fin location, and that will be 3 meter, no 6 meter. Alright, and then we're going to capture all these curves into our grasshopper. So type in curve, collector, set one curve, get that in, type in another curve, we set one curve, which is this one. So we can actually right click, call it curve 01, this one, call it curve 02. We can also change view, display, draw icon, so we can actually read it better. We're going to use curve, find nearest curve nearest point, this one. Our curve will be this one, so that's our curve. The point will be here. This way we can find the closest point on this curve, and then we also can measure all distance between the closest point to all this point in the fins. Right, then we're doing it again. This time we're going to use curve 2, and here we're going to use multiple again. So we multiple to this 2 distance as our influencer of the value of the fins. Then we use graph mapper. Before connecting here to here, we're doing the bezier again. We change the shape a bit as we want. And then because the output is not, we use a panel to view it, it is not really 0 to 1. So we're going to do a remap numbers. The value will be here. The source is the source domain, so we're going to use a bound domain here, bounds domain, connect here. That's our source. We're going to flatten here. The domain will be the minimal distance to the maximum distance, and the target is 0 to 1. And then we're going to map all this distance to 0 to 1 as the input of a graph mapper. Then we're going to multiply another number, which is the depth of our fins. Say the max depth of our fins will be 500. So connect it here again, and then that's all the points here. We're going to move it out. Say move geometry. That will be x direction, so we're going to use unit x. Connect here. Make sure the data tree is matching. See 5151 numbers, 515 numbers, 51 branches. So connect here again. Now you can see the points actually have been moved out, but it's not really the direction that we want. So here, instead of y input, instead of 0 to 1, we're going to change it 1 to 0. Then OK. So now you can see the curve that is close to that, the point that close to that curve got true forest. Then we're going to turn all this off. We're going to hide these 2 curves as well. Then we're going to use curve to interpolate curve to connect all these points. So now we can see a basic shape. We can change the depth a bit to what we want, and also change that the graph mapper to control the shape of the extrusion. So it actually can give you a bit more control of what you want. Something like that will be fun. And then we're going to remember all this basic line. That's the basic line location. It might be too much, so we want to come back a little bit. Then something like that. It's probably better, or a bit sharper. Yep, something like that. Right, I'm happy with that shape. Then we're going to use a loft to loft the basic line and the modify line. So we're going to use merge to merge all the lines here and all the lines here. Before doing that, is 101, make sure you flatten the input. I'll flatten here, I'm going to graph it here. Sorry, graph it. So now we're going to flatten that input as well. In this way, we have 100 branch. In every branch, there's 2 lines, which is the basic line and the pooled line. Then we're going to connect that here. So our fins is formed. I'll just hide these again. These are our fins. Then we're going to use another extrude here. Direction will be unit Y. And then the fin depths will be, say, 12 mil. Connect here, connect here. It takes a bit of time. Then we got our fins. I just need to pick it out, default this. Make sure you save it. And then we got all the fins. Click render. Got our fins. Alright, that's all for today's tutorial. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching today's tutorial. Please subscribe to support and check out my other videos.